Hello and welcome to Hacks. Today we're looking at some tips and tricks, mainly because I ran into an issue after downloading Kali and installing it on my new laptop, whereby upon submitting my credentials to the login page, I was just greeted with a black screen, couldn't interact with the desktop whatsoever. Tried a few things to fix it. I sort of knew what it was in the back of my mind, but I tried to get around trying to fix it as much as possible. But essentially it's because the guest editions weren't installed properly or just weren't sort of aligned with my base OS and my virtual machine. So, in order to fix this, first let's boot our virtual machine. Now I can't actually re-replicate the issue. I've tried downloading a fresh ISO or appliance and setting it up in the way I did before to create the issue, but to no avail. Well, essentially what happens is you get to the login page, you submit your credentials, and all you get is a black screen. Now if you suspend the virtual machine, or if you go to power it off, you will see the desktop, funnily enough. It will be there all greyed out, but any other way you can't interact with it. So yeah, you try to log in and it just comes up with a black screen. Now as I said, it's to do with the guest editions. So what you need to do is you make sure that you've got your guest editions downloaded for your version of VirtualBox. If you go to devices and insert guest edition CD, if it isn't downloaded, it should download it for you. But in order to get onto the operating system to install it, what you need to do is you need to spawn a TTY shell. Now in order to do that, you need to send the Control Alt and F2 command, or you need to send Control Alt F2 to the virtual machine. However, this can present a problem on Linux machines, because if you do that, you'll spawn a TTY shell on your base rather than on your virtual machine. In order to get around that, you need to use the VirtualBox host key, which, unless you've changed it, is the right control key. So all you need to do to spawn the shell is to do right control and F2. Then that will drop you into terminal. Now if you're not comfortable on terminals, it can be quite scary, but there's not a lot that you need to do, so just follow the video or read the guide and you should be fine. So first of all, you need to log in, and the default credentials for your Kali Linux appliance, if you've downloaded it from their site, is just Kali for the username, Kali for the password. Then you'll be dropped into your shell as your username Kali, and you'll have full reign of the system. What you need to do though is you need to go to devices and you need to insert your guest edition CD. Then once that's in, you need to mount it. Now in order to do that, you just need to type the command sudo mount dev cd-rom into media / cd-rom. So you're telling the operating system to mount the device cd-rom, that's because it's denoted with the dev directory, anything in dev is a device, into media cd-rom, and media is the directory where all your USBs and external storages are going to show up, and in this case your cd-rom. And then you will need to supply your password, and it says it's write protected, mounted, read only. But if we now list out the contents of media, if I can type right, cd-rom, you can see there that you have all the files needed for your guest editions installation. So if you do sudo media cd-rom VBox tab complete. I'm hoping this works first time, probably won't, but yeah, so what you're saying now is you want to execute that VBox Linux editions run. Normally I've had issues with this before in the past where I've had to copy it off of the CD into a directory on the host, change the permissions of everything on there to run it. However, I did it the other day and it was fine, so let's keep our fingers crossed and do it. So now it says virtual guest installation. It already appears you've got virtual guest assistants already installed. This is because they are already installed and it's working, but all I have to do is type yes to continue. You may get a different message depending on where you are. Just hit enter, and then it's going to copy the installer modules onto the system. And then it says virtual guest additions running kernel modules will not be replaced until the system is restarted. So then all you need to do is type sudo reboot, and again I've got a full write-up of this with all the commands and some screenshots on hax.org. Feel free to go over there, check it out, and it should make it easier to just follow along rather than watching the video. But I thought I'd put it on YouTube to sort of expand its search. And then all you should need to do now is type Kali to log in, and you should be on your desktop. Now there does appear to be something off with this, as it's not gone to full. There we go, working now. But yeah, that's how you fix the Kali Linux black screen issue. Now there are other suggestions out there as well. One of them is to, if I just power them down a second, go to settings. One of the options is in display, and a lot of people online talk about toggling 3D acceleration and playing with the memory. Now I've run into this issue a few times and this has never helped for me, but it might help for you, so go ahead, give it a go, let me know if it works. But anyway, you find this useful if you've run into this issue. If it does, give me a thumbs up, let me know you appreciate it, or just leave a comment, and yeah, maybe subscribe. But that's it for today. That's it for the tips and tricks video. I hope you liked it, and kind regards.